A building for the Vanathu police was established today under the auspices of Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe.
Minister of Law and Order Ranjit Manduma Bandara, Deputy Minister Nalin Bandara, State Minister Palitha Range Bandara and IGP Pujit Jayasundra were among those present.
There
is an economic crisis in the world today. We are caught up in that crisis. On the other hand, the fuel prices are increasing. We need extra money to pay in dollars. We started to obtain loans and not foreign investments. We need to find money to service the debt. Then we will have to increase VAT. Then everyone reprimands the government. We need to increase exports to secure foreign investments. We are fast-tracking that plan.
However, the Prime Minister made a rather different statement recently.
Until now, we were reprimanded. We are on the correct path. This year, I have instructed all to work harder. We have not passed the tough period. We are just at the beginning of that. We have allocated 9,000 million rupees for the Gamperaliya to carry out tasks in the villages. The money goes to the local government members for those tasks and they carry out the programs. It will also be done through the Enterprise Sri Lanka program. I wish to state if those villagers also get into the task at hand, we can make further provisions.
Though the Prime Minister makes such statements, what has actually happened in the country? Are we not feeling the effects of the loss caused to the country by the central bank treasury bond scam, which took place following the appointment of the Prime Minister's close associate Arjuna Mahendwan, even when the President and ministers objected to it? It appears that one had forgotten the bond scam caused a serious loss to the Employees' Provident Fund, which was established to assure financial stability to the working masses in the winter of life. Are we not undergoing the consequences of these crimes? The Prime Minister promised to create 1 million jobs for the youth of this country and prepared a 5-year plan by appointing Arjuna Mahendwan as the head of that plan after he was in fact removed from the post of central bank governor. He didn't stop from there. The Prime Minister even toured many countries with Arjuna Mahendwan. Arjuna Mahendwan became powerful to the level that the path was created to draft a free trade agreement that mainly benefits Singapore. Professionals in the country state, though the FTAs would generate revenue to the country, it has created a situation where the goods and services market of Sri Lanka can be dangerously exploited by other countries. Leave aside the 1 million jobs. The rate of unemployment in Sri Lanka is clearly evident from the number of protests staged by the youth in the Colombo city alone. They promised the country that rogues will be put behind bars. However, what has happened now is they are engaged in businesses with the very people they accused of harboring the Rajapaksa family money in Dubai accounts. The Prime Minister and his close associate Minister Malik Samaravikrama have become close friends with such people under the guise of constructing a large tyre factory in the country. The business, which operated with the intervention of Malik Samaravikrama in Rajagiriya, is now run by these people. They promised to create a better life for the people by bringing back all the money that was stolen. However, what's happening is that they are making a better life for themselves and not for the people. The currency is falling, and according to simple economics, to strengthen the rupee, the country needs an infusion of more dollars. However, via the removal of cess tax, have they not created a situation where local industries would collapse? Does the country need leaders to create policies where goods required by the country are not locally manufactured and are imported for a cheaper price from overseas and distributed for a cheaper price as well? One does not need to repeat of what has happened to the apparel industry of the country, which was once the main source of revenue. As a result of inconsiderate policies taken by the policymakers, the traditional exports of tea, coconut and rubber reached disastrous levels. As a result of decisions taken with no proper study being carried out, countries that used to seek high imports of Sri Lankan traditional exports are now refusing to accept them. Though means of generating revenue have been destroyed, there are many projects taking place where the funds of the country are moving away to other nations. It is no secret the close associates of Minister Malik Samaravikrama were appointed to the director boards of state banks, and loans to the tunes of billions were released to their own companies. In the end, when those companies fail to make the payments of the loans and fall into a crisis situation, is it not the people of this country who will have to bear the losses? Will the economy of the country strengthen when commercial loans at high interest premiums are obtained for the construction of expressways? Commissions are sought from investors which discourage them from investing. Public funds are looted in secret means that are not felt by the people, such as the central bank treasury bond scam. Tax policies are implemented with no scientific basis. Concessionary loans are given to bankrupt companies of close associates, and when associates and relatives are appointed to state-owned enterprises, resulting in serious bankruptcy of those institutions. Will the economy of the country strengthen through such means?
Today, the Prime Minister is shamelessly going to villagers and saying that economy has collapsed and requests them to tighten their belts. At the rate the rupee is depreciating, how will the people of this country survive? The Prime Minister is visiting village after village, and we ask if he is walking with his clothes on to the villagers.